page 1. Hannah, I couldn't imagine anyone who is more perfect for me than you. I have found the missing piece that I thought I would never find. My puzzle was finally complete the day that you walked into my life, even if I didn't know it at the time. I can remember the day that I first met you as clearly as you stand in front of me now. I could hear a cackle echoing through the corridors of Northbrook. And whilst I was initially scared of you, it didn't take me long to realise that I was scared because of how you made me feel. Your energy and lust for life was infectious and started to fall for the loud muso that lit up the stage and my heart. I fell in love with the way that you always see the best in people and will do anything for anyone. I fell in love with the way you put others before yourself, even when you shouldn't. I fell in love with how you always managed to make me smile. I fell in love with the way that you fall asleep during movies but wake up just in time for the ending. I fell in love with the way that you are with children and how good of a mother you will be to our children.
So, as Dave has said, I'm Julian, I'm the Hannah's father, and thanks to Hannah, I'm reminded of that fact today because I'm wearing a pair of socks that says Father of the Bride, should I forget. But in keeping with the theatrical element of today, you haven't noticed? No? And with the speeches that follow, you could think of me as the warm-up act. First, thank you all for being here. It is lovely to have so many family and friends celebrating with Hannah and Ryan today. And I thank Ness and Dave for welcoming Hannah so warmly into their family. Thank you. From the moment my beautiful wife Judith woke me at 3 a.m, waving a pregnancy test and shouting, "It's blue!" I knew that our lives would change forever. What I didn't appreciate was how wonderful, joyous, and life-affirming those changes would be. Watching Hannah grow from a beautiful, easygoing baby into a funny, energetic toddler who would steal my underwear in the morning and hide it, and sit giggling on the bed whilst I searched for it. The infant and junior school pupil welcomed by her teachers as our Hannah.
Hannah, I give you this ring.
As a token of our love.
As a token of our love.
And a reminder of the promises.
And a reminder of the promises
we've made here today.
We've made here today.
Please wear it with love now and always.
Please wear it with love now and always.
Ryan, I give you this ring.
As a token of our love.
As a token of our love.
And a reminder of the promises.
And a reminder of the promises
we've made here today.
We've made here today.
Please wear it with love now and always.
Please wear it with love now and always.
The roller coaster loving, fun loving emo, if that's not if that's not a contradiction in terms, who will be greeted at parties and discos with happy shouts of "Hannah's here, now the party can start." Proudly watching her gain karate belts and her grand prize award as a Sir John's Ambulance Cadet. Yes, she can hurt you, but she can also help to put you back together again. Into the strong-minded, organised, if geographically challenged, kind, warm, empathetic, funny, loyal, supportive, gorgeous woman we see today. It was whilst studying for her performing arts degree that Ryan met her. And as you'll be aware from the wedding bio and from the vows earlier, Ryan wasn't quite sure what to make of the boisterous, brash, loud Hannah, but soon came to appreciate and love her for the wonderful person she is. And that love has only strengthened over time and brought us to where we are now. So I would just ask you, please, if you can raise a glass and toast love and Hannah and Ryan, Mr. and Mrs. Etherington.
Well, Ryan and Hannah, while you have loved and cared for one another for a long time, 10 years, today makes it official. You're now a married couple, and I hope that we have all helped in one way or another today, everybody here, to make your wedding a day to remember. Ness and I would love to thank and take this opportunity to thank Hannah's parents, Julian and Judith, for putting on this amazing day. And for raising such a wonderful young woman who loves our son so dearly. Now Ryan, my boy, whether he's been quite worried about this. Now, whether it was winning the Prince of the Week as a 5-year-old at a caravan park in Westwood Ho, yeah, he done well. Or becoming a secondary school teacher at 25-ish, your character and ambition has made you who you are today. You believed everything I told you when you were growing up. Here we go. I would convince you that I would only eat free-range haggis. Have a think about that one. And that Welsh sheep were bred with shorter legs on one side so that they didn't fall over when standing sideways on hills in the valleys. So consequently, today, anything I tell him, be it totally true, he doesn't believe it. But please believe me, Ryan, when I say that me and your mum are so proud to be your mum and dad. Hannah. We're so pleased to officially welcome you to the family today. From the first time we met this vegetarian from Portsmouth. Yes, a few home-cooked meals by Ryan's mum convinced her that meat wasn't all bad. We realised what a lovely, warm person Hannah is and how matched she is to Ryan. We really do mean that. You're both aware that me and your mum have been married longer than you have both been alive. And while I sometimes joke about the downsides of being married, and these downsides are drastically outweighed by the many benefits of being married. When you're with the right person, being married is the best experience in the world. There are sometimes ups and downs, but each tribulation only makes you grow closer. So you two are lucky enough to have found true love, so treasure it always.
Just want to thank the lovely Hannah for making me your maid of honour. Absolute surprise, but I'll take it, girl. I'll take it, and I've taken it. Today has been a very emotional day, as we know. Even the cake is in tears. Dave? Tough crowd. Okay. It's fine. The cake is in tears. So I've known this lovely lady for 12 years plus. Well, 12 and a bit. And honestly, since the day I met her, she's just been the most vivacious, most perfect, idealistic woman that I couldn't ever ask for to meet someone better than you. Honestly, mate. It's incredible. You go together like peanut butter and jelly. You go together like Matt and Jeff Hardy. You go together like red wine and gout. You go together like, hang on, melted baked camembert infused with rosemary, thyme and garlic, served with fresh chutney, bay leaves and sourdough crostini. If you remember that from your starters, it's a perfect combination. You also go together like rama lama lama da ding da ding ding bang. We're in for each other like chang chang changity chang chang. We know it. Okay. That divided the room, didn't it? I understand I'm rambling now, but I adore you both, as you know. And here's to you being the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. You were Miss Goble, and now you are Mrs. Etherington. So cheers to you, sweetheart. I love you so much.
I'm Simon. I'm the best man. I've already said that. Yes, on my socks or something. Actually, no, Ryan, I've got a level with you. Our whole friendship is based on a lie. My real name is Stone Cold Steve Everington, and I'm your son from the future. I've just been sent here from the future to oversee this all goes to plan so that you can have your first son, me. I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but me and my granddad Julian have some family resemblance. So yeah, if I'm a bit ropey, I was going to say later, but I might look a bit ropey now, but it's probably because there's something gone wrong with the space-time continuum. It's not because I'm pissed. So, my job for this speech I googled was just to talk about me and Ryan's friendship and then wish them well. So that's what I'm going to do. So please follow me for a bit longer than their speeches were. So firstly, I can tell you that all this wrestling stuff goes back quite a long way because I know this because me and my mate Ben used to be on the receiving end of a lot of Ryan's wrestling moves. At primary school, I think he was sent to the staff room a couple of times, but it was all cool. You could say that he was putting the moves on me and Ben way before he was putting them on Hannah. For me, it just feels like you've been together forever now, and it's hard to remember before that. I love the fact that you two are taking it to the next level, and I really do wish you all the best. Let's hang out some more and play some board games. So on that note, let's raise a glass to the tag team champions, to Ryan and Hannah.
Dearest Hannah, on this special day, I just wanted to say how much joy you have brought us both. You are my closest buddy, and I have many lasting memories of my mum and daughter days out, which I shall cherish forever. You're always there to brighten my mood when it's been a particularly tough week, for which I'm truly thankful. We've enjoyed watching you blossom into the woman that you have become and are very proud of what you have accomplished. May love and laughter light your days and warm your hearts and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with a joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours.
For those who don't know, although it's probably been explained about 1,000 times by this point, me and Hannah met at university. I was the aspiring actor. What are you laughing for? And Hannah was the wonderfully talented musical theatre star. I'll always remember the first time that I wouldn't say met Hannah, because I heard her first. I was sitting in the canteen at Northbrook, and I heard this wonderful cackle that went right to my bones. As we've already kind of established, I always think you will hear Hannah before you see her, because she has a wonderful, bubbly zest for life. And, oh, hello, lost my place again. So, despite knowing how amazing she is, I don't think anything really could have prepared me for what life is like with Hannah by my side. Whether it's her amazing geography skills, that for a long time believed that Torquay was actually in Japan. Or her ability to literally put cheese on everything. But in all seriousness, I'm so lucky to have found you, because there is nobody that I love more in this world than you. And I'm incredibly proud to now be called your husband. So with that being said, I'm going to keep it short. Let's just raise a glass to the future.
Well, I'll warn you all now, I say thank you a lot. So if anyone wants to keep a tally or maybe have a shot or a drink each time I say it, be my guest. That will definitely make for an interesting rest of this evening. Firstly, thank you to every single person who has joined us today. You all mean the world to us, and we are so happy that we've all been able to come together and celebrate normally after this past year. To our old friends, new friends, family, colleagues, you are the best bunch of people we know and have had the best day celebrating with you all. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Now, I wouldn't be here today without the love and unending support from my spectacular mother and father, most commonly known to anyone that has ever had the pleasure of knowing them as Mama and Papa G. Today would have not been possible without them, and I cannot thank them enough for all the time, money and miles they've put in ferrying me around to multiple wedding meetings, fittings, and just being there at all hours of the day to hear me cry, moan and vent. Throughout my 30 years of life, you have always been my number one supporters in anything and everything I do, and certainly live your lives vicariously through me. I think I've kept you young. Maybe not after the wedding costs. I'm sure they've definitely added a few more grey hairs to my dad's head. But ultimately, I hope I've made you proud on this day, days past and days to come. I am forever and always your little girl. And I hope I can be as great of a parent as you both are one day. To my lovely, no longer to be mother and father-in-law, thank you for letting me marry your son. I suppose in a way you're probably quite thankful to have him off your hands. But in all seriousness, you have been both wonderful, and I'm so glad I met Ryan, and that I've been welcomed so wholeheartedly into the Etherington clan, and I cannot wait to be its newest member. Thank you both so much for our honeymoon and your help towards the wedding. It is so greatly appreciated. To my wonderful husband, Ryan. There is no one I'd rather spend the rest of my life with. You mean more to me than you'll ever know, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for us. Ever since you gave me this little monkey, when we became boyfriend and girlfriend all those years ago, I knew that you were the one for me. You've always been by my side, supporting me in everything I do. We've had good times and bad times, but most of all, we've had fun times, and I cannot wait for those to continue. You're my everything, and I love you more and more each day. Thank you for making me your wife. Let's always continue to communicate through Vines, movie quotes, and TikToks. You can continue to dislike my love for Timothée Chalamet, and I can continue to always fall asleep during films, wake up at the last 2 minutes before the credits, and have to get you to explain the rest of the movie. I will always be forever weeing whenever we go on a long journey, and I never know how to pack light, always taking extra pair of pants because you never know. But I know this is what makes you love me, and that my flaws just add to my character. We are soulmates through and through, and as said in Inception, who would want to be stuck in a dream for 10 years? Depends on the dream. Well, I feel like I've been living in the best dream for the past 10 years. I love you. Now, that's all over. If you would all like to raise your glasses for the final time, the speeches are over and we can get the party started!
I fell in love with how you have kept me safe when the world was too much. From the day that I started to fall in love with you, I haven't stopped. With this, I'm here to promise to always support you and to be your champion through thick and thin. I promise to always ruin your yawns. Keep it together. But I promise to deal with all the spiders in return. I promise to keep you safe and protect you from harm. And I promise to be the best father that I can be to our children. Ultimately, I promise to spend every moment trying to be the man that you deserve and the man that you are proud to call your husband. Whilst today is about celebrating everything we've done together up to this point, it's also about looking to the future and the journey that we will embark upon. With that said, Hannah Goebel, you are the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be.